What's up, y'all? It's Morgan the CEO here, favorite rapper. So today is Labor Day, right? And the market, well, we're in the United States. Well, I'm in the United States. I don't know where you are, but so for the New York session, I'm not trading it because it's a U.S. holiday. However, the market is moving. I'm looking at U.S. NAS. U.S. NAS is NASDAQ. I'm going to mark up this chart and just potentially see what I can be doing for the week with the trading. This is actually my first time trading NAS 100, but I've been getting familiar with it over the last couple days. So we're going to try it out this week. The first thing I do for the top of the week is I put these weekend breaks, or not weekend, but week breaks. So this lets me know that this is what it did last week, week before, and then this little area here will be what it ends up doing for the current week. What I do is I compare last week to see what I think this week could potentially do. This right here is last week's low, and this right here is last week's high. So I would look for this week to trade within this area, or either break last week's low or break last week's high. Let me go on the 4 hour real quick. What I notice here is that price broke structure a couple weeks ago, because initially, as you can see, it was on an uptrend. It was creating higher highs, higher lows. When it got here in this area, price ended up creating a lower low as comparison to, boom, it's lower. And then what it did was lower high as a comparison to this high right here. So that was the break of structure. And if you're somebody that look at like patterns and stuff, I would probably say that this was a shoulder, head. I probably should have just did the drawing tool. Anyway, boom, head and shoulders, which let me know that it was gonna have this drop. For someone who looks for stuff like this, you would have kind of known that it was gonna do a nice little drop. You would have caught that, boom, that would have been nice. But anyways, let's go back to the current times. So it broke structure, right? And so now it's starting to create lower highs, as you can see, boom, another one, boom, and so on here. Obviously, we got these lower highs. Oh, I'm gonna go to the 1 hour real quick. Boom. It makes more sense here. So lower highs, which means it's letting me know that we are still on the downtrend as comparison to up here. Boom, down. We're still in the downtrend. It hasn't broken any type of structure. Now what I notice here is that it's consolidating in this area from last week and into this week. This is a consolidation right here. And for anyone who may not know what a consolidation is, it's basically prices trading within this little range right here. Some people trade consolidations. For the most part, I kind of do too, because you know that basically price is just like building up in this area, or money is building up in this area. And eventually it's going to break. It's going to break this, or it's going to break down. But it doesn't usually just break and go straight down like that. Sometimes it does. I've noticed it do that like with news and stuff like that. But for the most part, you wouldn't just like look for a buy just because it breaks, because it could break, come back in, and consolidate more. And the same for down here, it can come back in, consolidate more, or come in or break, hit this line, retest this little consolidation box, and then go up. Now that right here would be a confirmation for someone to look to buy, as opposed to, oh, it just broke, let me buy. So the reason why is because it retested this area, which means that most likely it probably doesn't want to go back in this box and it wants to go up. Now price could sometimes retest, come back here, retest again, and then go up. You just kind of don't know. But like people say, you want to take what the market gives you, so you just kind of want to pay attention to these things. So here's an order block. Boom. Order block. Boom. In this case, these are my notes, but in this case, oh no, it's the right one. Okay, cool. So it's the right direction. So basically with the order block, what happened with this is that the price pushed down into this area and came up, rallied higher. So that's why I saw this as an order block. For me, I usually put little notes so that I kind of understand what it is that I'm talking about. This is when I was learning it. So now it just kind of embeds into my head where I don't have to read this anymore. I kind of know what it is. But if you're somebody that's brand new, you should start making notes like this so you can understand what it is that you're talking about and what it is that you're looking for. So anyway, so order block, right? Price came back into this order block. What could this mean? All right, here's real quick what I believe is going to happen. Because since we're on a downtrend, what I would do is create this fib from here to here, because I'm already thinking that it's going to create a lower low anyways, because it's a lower low here, lower low here, lower low here. It's going to create another lower low. Now when I created this fib, boom, what happens is 27% extension would be a lower low. So take profit zone to create a lower low for me. Because if you look at structure, let me get rid of this now. I don't want it too busy. If you look at what structure is happening right now, check this out. Boom. You know when y'all see the line charts? Look at that. So now it's stuck here, but what else does it have to do, right? Come here. Boom, that's the downtrend. Now the only way that it would break structure is if it stays here and never comes down here and decides it wants to go up here. Because basically what it would have done was it never created a lower low from this one right here, and it ended up breaking this lower high. That's when it's break a structure, and then it validates everything that I just did. But for the most part, for this week, what I'm looking for it to do is come down here. Now let me go back to that fib real quick, because I do think that most likely it's going to come up first before going down, because it really hasn't created a lower high, unless this is going to be the lower high and then it comes here. But what I'm thinking is it might touch this trend line again, or if it doesn't touch the trend line, it's going to come up in this area before dropping. Most likely going to probably come up, retrace to about this area, because you have this impulse right here. Well, people call it imbalance. So if you know what an imbalance is, boom, it's gonna come up and kind of feel some of that. So I would think that it would come here, boom, boom, and then start making its way down, or it can come here and then make its way down. Within this area, you all can look for trades up, or you can just wait till it comes here, and it's kind of like buying the dip. But in this case, since it's a downtrend, it's like the dip is flipped, right? So this is really the buy high, sell low type of situation. Most usually people tell you buy low, sell high, but when you're selling, obviously you want to buy it higher and then boom. So what you can do, if you want more pips, you can buy it when it's here. And then what you're going to want to do is look for some type of a confirmation that's letting you know. So like if in this area, and you never know, it could be between the 38 and the 61% where it doesn't go up any higher and it comes down. But what you're going to be looking for is some type of a confirmation candle. How many hours before the candle closes? We got 4 hours. So within 4 hours, I would see exactly where we are and see how that candle closes. And it looks like, wow, is that the candle? Oh, it's a straight up, that's a doji so far. So it hasn't really been trading much, but like I said, the holiday, this is a U.S. indices. So, but anyways, so I would say before making any type of an idea about what you're gonna do, take a look at how the candle closes, and go from there. Overall, if I were to hold this trade, I'm looking at by the end of the week it coming down here. So me personally, I'll be looking to sell from one of these areas here. At the end of the week, I will let you all know what's going on. Let me know if any of y'all have any NAS 100 charts or anything, like what your bias is for the week. Would love to chat with y'all, but that's about it. But USD CAD is coming up next. I'm about to do that video now, so check that out.